Welcome back, you sexy ass people. Too much. Hi guys, welcome back. Right, I wanted to do, we're back in another van video. Repeatedly, and I'll start off with a story of, I'm on a Facebook group to do with van theft and all that sort of stuff. So regularly, once a day, someone will have a van done in last night, this, that and the other. And then one day I saw a video and I was like, oh, I recognise the name. And it's a guy that I used to work with. And what happened was they came, 4 guys jumped out of his van, repeatedly ragged the door, opened the sliding door. As he was shouting at them through the window, they turned around and continued to swear at him, stole his tools, and then on top of that, they went around with I think it was a spade and a lump hammer, smashed his van up, his missus's car up, and then the next door neighbour's Mercedes up as well. And then continued to swear and laugh at them as they then drove off. To my knowledge, 2 of them were caught with the tools, so there was some outcome with that. But it's every day. It's no tradesman is safe. I've had my stuff broken into 4 times. Luckily enough, the last time I caught them doing it, so I didn't have any stuff stolen. And it's literally an epidemic between UK tradesmen and women. There's just no sort of ground where anything's safe anymore. And probably like a lot of you out there, same as me, any noise, any sound outside whatsoever, when I'm sat in the evening on my sofa, I'm straight out the window, I'm looking, I'm seeing my lights turned on, I'll check my CCTV. And it's every night, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's so ridiculous of how paranoid I am about my stuff being broken into. It's sort of taken in my life in an evening. And then sometimes, like the second to last time when my van got broken into, someone put it on my local Facebook group. People's vans have been broken into last night. So I went back through my old history on my CCTV, and lo and behold, 2 guys got out, walked around my van, saw I had the big locks in it, thought, oh, it's too much effort, got back in the car and drove off. That would have been another attempt on my van, another of my livelihood, my tools been stolen, me going through the whole process of having to buy tools, been out of work for a while, then damage to the van. So I've spoke to quite a few companies and bits and bobs that I want to push forward with you guys that will help you out, that's helped me out. So I'm trying to, be as honest and transparent as possible, like I've said in other videos. But I want to start to say first, which I meant to say at the beginning, there's a couple of YouTube sparks. I won't name them all, but you'll see it in the description below. We're all doing Tough Mudder 10K at end of April. We're doing it for Band of Builders. I'll put it all below so you can see what they're all about and what we're going to do. But there's also a GoFundMe page linked below. Click on it, £1, £5, anything you can. It's all going to a good cause. We're going to video it all. We've got tops made up. It'll be a good laugh. As much as how fit I think I am, there's another lad on that's doing it with us who's extremely fit, and then a few guys that aren't. So it will be a funny and interesting day. Second of all, mine and Dave Savory's second episode of our podcast is out now. I'll put a link below. Give it a good listen. It's a good laugh. We've got Gaz from GSH Electrical on there, and there's some interesting news. There's a bit of a bombshell on that. Yeah, go and check it out. It's worth a listen, whether or not you're just driving to work or back, or you got it on in the background. There's no swearing, so you can have it on around kids, pretty much like all my videos. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take you outside my van, have a walk around, show you the weak points on the van. I'll start with the driver's lock. Transit Customs are renowned for being on security. I have a self-tapper in here. What they did, screwdriver in, twist it, this then unlocks the whole van. I stuck a self-tapper in that, but I've also taken it and you can get the titanium ones fitted, but I've had it done so the wiring in here in the door card was cut, so this is actually useless. Even if you wanted to pull that off, you physically couldn't open it now because all the mechanism's broken. That's the first one. Transit Customs, rubbish for it. So I ended up sticking this horrible, sorry I know it's really windy, this horrible lock on that's gone rusty. I've seen you can get the slam ones at the top here. I know Tom Nagy had one and it snapped off. I mean, he snapped off, it was that simple. You can have the deadlocks, which is a bonus. Back doors are a lot harder to bend, but what they'll end up doing, if they can't get in properly, they'll just cut a hole in your back door, absolutely knacker that up. Sliding door, I've got another one on there. People have had the deadlocks that hook in. I've seen several videos where they pull the van at a right angle of the door and the hooks have just popped out. It's the same with the top hooks. Absolutely no good whatsoever. That's what I'm saying. It comes to a point where you can put as many locks on the van as you want. If they can't get in, they'll either cut a hole in it. If they don't want to do that, they'll steal it. So this is where the next lot of stuff comes in. Sorry, it was a bit windy on it and cold. So now we've got that sort of, what I would say, the key points of what you can look at, where the weak points are in the vans, why van manufacturers aren't picking up this stuff from day one, and why aren't they fixing it themselves, I don't know. First of all, I want to just run through some analytics about the UK and the crime on van theft. So every 23 minutes, a van is broken into and tools are stolen from. Every 23 minutes, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Now you said something else then. And on top of that, tool theft costs UK tradesmen 100 million in a year. 100 million. So obviously that's tools stolen, that's damage to the vans, anything else on top of that. So it's just an insane amount. The next one, most, and I say most, of the UK tradesmen have been victims to tool theft, whether or not vandalism to the van or to any tool stolen whatsoever. I say I've been there, done that. It's painful. It really is painful. I've seen a few videos of a guy setting a GoFundMe page up where his van was broken into. They took all his stuff. He was in money situation anyway, bad money situations, and he was crying on this video, pleading people to help him and why they would do it, and people look out for his tools. And it breaks your heart. You know, people with family and kids, it's just devastating. And unfortunately, the police, I'm not blaming the police, because I know when they came out to me, it was like, there's not a lot we can do. There's no fingerprints, there's no CCTV, there's no this, there's no that. They're just needling a haystack for them, which I completely get. And you take the law into your own hands. I can't go out there and start beating someone with a bat and then not face any consequences for that as well. So anyway, on to the next one. There's been a 40% increase in van and tool theft since 2015, which is shocking, but I can believe that, the amount I see nowadays. So sort of onto what I wanted to discuss. Two options really that I have is, obviously, like I've said before, you've got Rhino Trade Insurance, which I'll put the little logo up there. You need to have your tool cover. You know, as everyone says, oh, you need to take, if it's your fault, if you leave your tools in your van overnight, it's your fault. Tool theft happens throughout the day. I see a lot when people are working overnight somewhere. They stay in the Travel Lodge or a Premier Inn, and their tools have been stolen out of their van. It's obviously prime meat there for them to go and take it. If you've got tool cover, it covers from a little £500 to, I think it's up to £10,000 worth of tools, which, you know, it's a massive amount really. So with that, you can get £2,500 worth of tool cover using my code Bundy10 for £58. So that's a bonus. When I spoke to the police about when they came round, they said it doesn't matter how much CCTV you've got. Like I've said in my previous videos before, if you've got a video of someone's face that close, they're wearing a balaclava like they're wearing mine, the CCTV is useless. I got a picture of the van that came and tried to break in. It was false plates. It makes no odds. So if you can't protect your van in a garage and you don't want to take it, or you can't be bothered, or there's just a situation where you can't take your tools out every night, you need to get tool cover to cover your arse. And that's as simple as that. I made the mistake. I've now got tool cover. If it ever happens to me again, I know I've got the satisfaction. I've got the satisfaction. That's the wrong word to use. I've got it all covered, and I'm not going to put myself in a big hole with finances or work where things can be covered straight away. I trust the guys there. So that's one of the key bonuses. The second one, right, now onto the app that's on about the beginning. This is very cool and very, very useful and handy for people like me who are constantly terrified that their van's going to be stolen or broken into. Because this is one of the things, no matter how many locks you put on the van, how well you secure it, if they can't get in it, they'll just try and steal it to get to everything inside in a secure location. So this is what this is all about. The company's called WebSat Pro. It's an app that you download on your phone. What I'll put at the bottom, I'll put it up here now, the telephone number. So this telephone number is linked to me. So if you use this one, you'll use my discount that you'll get. I went for the full package when I had it, because I wanted as much as I can, and I explain the differences between the two. So you can have what they call basic. Number one is they'll come out, they will put a tracker on your van. They'll also put an immobiliser. This immobiliser then is linked to your phone. When you immobilise your van from your app on your phone, even if the person comes and has your key, they physically can't start your van or car, you know, if you're working out of a car. On top of that, it has a GPS tracker built into it. And you can also see where you've been going, as on like the maps and everything on the app itself. give you a bit of statistics on that, of how you've driven it, sort of thing. I think that's £235, that one. I'll put it up here in case I'm wrong. So that's the basic model. So obviously you've got a GPS tracker, you've got an immobiliser, and on top of that, obviously you can see bits and bobs of what you've done driving around, how you've driven. The second one, which is what I'm going for, is the CAN one. So they come out, they connect to your ECU in your van or car. So you've got your immobiliser, which works from your phone. You've got your van tracker GPS, and then on top of that, you've obviously got fuel levels. It will then, if there's any warning lights pop up on your van, it will go straight to your phone, so you don't have to pay 80 to 100 quid at a garage for them to plug it in. It will tell you exactly what's wrong with the vehicle, which is very handy and very cool. Mine's already helped me out once with a coil. Was it a coil pack? Something or other, and I didn't have to, so I just went straight to the garage and said, this is what's wrong with it. Perfect. So what it does, that one is 335, so you're paying more, but what will happen for both of them, if you pay for it up front, you get a year's subscription straight away. So I know for the first one, for the basic model, it's 30, after the year it's £13 a month. And if you break that all down of how much that costs, so the basic model, for fitting it and the subscription for the year, in the 1 year, it costs 63p a day to secure your vehicle from not being stolen, which is a real bonus. And then the next one, it works out at 91p. But obviously that's for your first year. That's obviously including fitting and the device itself. Following that, it's going to be a hell of a lot less. So for the basic one, every year from then on, once you pay for your upfront year, it works out 42p a day to secure your vehicle. So that's awesome. So mine's turned on every night as I leave. So the person that you'll speak to is Danny, who will sort everything out. They'll obviously organise people to come out, fit the thing to your vehicle, show you how to use it on the app. But another cool part of it as well, and I believe this is coming out with the update of the app itself in the coming weeks. When your vehicle is locked, the push notifications will then be allowed for the next update. So at the moment, you'll get emails or you can get text or everything to say how your vehicle's doing, how it's performing, your usage, that sort of stuff. But the next update will be push notifications. So if I'm locked up in the evening, I've put my immobiliser on, I've locked the vehicle itself. If someone then came and tried to rip one of the doors open, instantly it's showing on your dashboard that there's a door open. It will then send a push notification to your phone, which will let you know at 4 o'clock in the morning some prick's trying to crowbar your door. It will tell you straight away, so you get notified. Obviously, you can set different tones for what that noise is. So that is a very good bonus to what it already is a good system. So I'm looking forward to that bit. I don't think there's more else to say. I'm not trying to come across as trying to sell stuff to you, but I'm trying to show you the different things out there. So if you ever caught in the rut of people nicking your stuff or your van being stolen, there's stuff out there at a very affordable price, which I pay for and which I have used for the past couple of months to make sure it's good enough to try and show you guys, because I don't want to be pushing stuff to you. If it's crap, it looks bad on me, and I don't want that. So I've used this stuff for quite a while. I'm happy with it. It works, and they're nice, genuine people. So do go look it out. Everything's in the description below. Like I say, GoFundMe for Tough Mudder, Mine and Dave podcast, Rhino Trade Insurance, and Website Pro. Hope this has been some help, guys. I'll see you soon.